Jai Hind to all the future officers. Today we will be going to study about the missile system of India. In the year 1980, the missile program of India was started under the leadership of Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam sir. The missile program was named as IGMDP, Integrated Guided Missile Development Program. So this program was started in 1980 and ended in 2018, under which five missiles were developed, which included like this: Patna, Patna. The missiles name were Prithvi, Agni, Trishul, Nag and Akash. So these five type of missiles were developed under the Integrated Guided Missile Development Program, which was started in year 1980, ended in 2008 under the leadership of Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam sir. So Prithvi missile was surface to surface short range ballistic missile. Surface to surface means fired from the ground and impacts or hits the target on the ground. Short range means there are three types of ranges: short range, medium range and long range. Short range is less than 1000 kilometers, medium range is 1000 to 3000 kilometers and long range is more than 3000 kilometers. Ballistic missiles generally follows the parabolic path. Ballistic missile and cruise missiles differences I have explained to you in the previous video. So Prithvi missile, then the Agni missile was surface to surface missile. Then Trishul missile was short range, low level, surface to air missile fired from ground, hits the target in the air. It is a short range, and low level means it is fired in the it generally is in the very less levels of the atmosphere. Nag anti-tank missile and fired from the tank. Then Nag missile I have explained you. Then Akash missile, it is medium range surface to air missile. Okay, so now I have told you missiles are of two types: ballistic and cruise missiles, which I have explained to you detailed in the previous video. So studying the first missile system, which was the Prithvi missiles, under which three missiles were developed. So surface to surface short range ballistic missiles, first fired in February 1988. It has three variants. So Prithvi 1, its range is 150 kilometers and it was inducted in service in 1998 and it can carry a 1000 kg payload. So generally in the below image you can see the silver part of the missile, which is tip of the missile. So this part generally carries the payload, okay, and a payload or all the nuclear warheads it carry. So it can carry around 1000 kg of payload. So Prithvi 2, its range is 350 kilometers. It can carry 350 to 750 kg payload and inducted in 1996. Prithvi 3, its range is around 350 to 600 kilometers with 500 to 1000 kg payload it can carry, and it was inducted in service in 2004. Talking about the second, Agni missile. Agni missile ranges from medium range to intercontinental ballistic missile, which means medium range is around 1000 to 3000 kilometers till the range of 5000 plus 5800 kilometers. So till that range this missile has variation is in its ranges. So Agni 1, it has range of 750 to 1250 kilometers. It can carry the payload of 1000 kg and inducted in service in 2002. Agni 2, it has range of 2000 to 3500 kilometers. It can carry 1000 kg of payload and it was inducted in service in year 1999. Agni 3, its range is around 3500 to 5000 kilometer with 20 kg of payload, 2000 kg of payload it can carry, and it was inducted in 2011. Agni 4, its range is around 3000 to 4000 kilometers with 800 to 1000 kg payload it can carry, and it was inducted in service in 2014. Agni 5, it is the latest. Its range is around 5500 to 5800 kilometers. It is the intercontinental ballistic missile, which means it can fire from India, one continent to other continent, which means it can hit the target almost of all Asia, including Pakistan, China. It can also hit the Europe. Okay, so It also can carry 1000 kg of payload. It can carry the nuclear warheads. It was first tested in 2012 and again in 2013. It is 17 meters long and 50 tons of weight it has. Last successful tested in December 2019. Okay, so its latest version, Agni 6 or Surya missile, is also being developed. Currently it is in the development phase. It hasn't been developed, but DRDO is working on it. The Agni 6 missile would be the hypersonic missile. Generally, in the current scenario, gentlemen, only few countries have the hypersonic technology, Russia and China. Okay, and USA has also developed it and is in the testing trial phase, but it has not successfully being able to hit the target. So hypersonic missiles system, hypersonic missiles, in the current scenario, very few countries have the hypersonic missiles. So Agni 6 or the Surya missile, India is also working on the hypersonic missile program. Its range would be around 8,000 to 12,000 kilometers, and it would carry the payload of 80,000 kg, and it is still under the development. Okay, now the third missile under the integrated guided missile development program was the Trishul missile system. So generally, you know about S-400 system, which India have purchased from Russia. It is the anti-missile system, or when the enemy missile attacks are any headquarters or any place, important place, S-400 missile backfire, they fire and they destroy the missiles in the enemy's missile in the air only. So these are known as the defense system. So Trishul missile system is also a type of defense system. Okay, so this is a short range surface to air missile with the range of 9 kilometers, and it can carry the payload of 5.5 kg, and it is designed to used against low level targets, which means when the missiles are fired at the low distance in comparison to the ground. So this missile is used. As you can see, this missile is also very short and small, so you can generally predict it would have less range and it can carry less payload. This system has been developed to defend the naval vessel against missile. So generally these Trishul defense system, this is used generally by Indian Navy to protect our ships, not by Indian Army. Okay, now fourth is Nag anti-tank missile system. So generally you can see the tank below. So when an enemy missile or enemy fires something on our tank, so anti-tank missiles are fired so that these missiles can hit the enemy missile and destroy them in mid-air, so that our tank is not destroyed. So this is the third generation fire and forget anti-tank missile. What is fire and forget? Though I have explained to you all this in our previous videos, but again I will explain it. Once the target is set of the anti-tank missile Nag, that you have to destroy this enemy particular enemy site or particular enemy position, then whether you have changed your position or enemy has changed your position, it would not impact the missile, it would hit the target. So it is a all-weather missile with the range of 3 to 7 kilometers and is capable of defeating modern armors like explosive reactis armor and composite armors, which means this missile is very powerful. So latest technology and latest armored tanks can also be destroyed by this missile. Okay, now the fifth comes the Akash missile. Fourth comes the Akash missile. Akash missile system is the medium range surface to air missile. It is a multi-target, multi-directional, all-weather air defense missile system consisting of surveillance and tracking radars for defending. So generally I told you about the Trishul missile. Trishul missile is also a defense system but is used by Navy. Same is the Akash missile system. It is also the air defense system only, but it is used by Indian Army. So it can destroy multiple enemy targets, multiple enemy missiles. Even if they are fired, it can destroy them. It can fire in different directions also, and it is all weathered. Okay, so it is a medium range surface to air missile. Okay, now it has the range of 25 kilometers. It has a sonic speed ranging from 2.8 to 3.5 Mach. 1 Mach is the speed of sound, so 2.8 times to 3.5 times the speed of sound. It has been inducted into Indian Army as a short-range surface-to-air missile. It was also formally inducted into Indian Air Force in July 2015. So Indian Army and Indian Air Force uses it. Okay, now comes the Helena missiles. Its range is around 7 to 8 kilometers and was test fired from Army chopper made by DRDO. So generally you can see this helicopter below and of the Indian Air Force, and it is firing the Helena missile. So like anti-tank missile, it is for protecting tanks. So Helena missile is used to protect the helicopters, or it is used to destroy the enemies in the air. Okay, now comes the BrahMos. So before Helena missile, till Akash missile system, we studied about the 5 missiles which came under the integrated guided missile development program. But there are other missiles also developed by India from time to time. So first was Helena, then second, gentlemen, comes the BrahMos cruise missile. In year 1998, India and Russia signed an agreement to design, the manufacture and develop a cruise missile, and it was accomplished in 2006. So BrahMos was made with India and Russia partnership. It was developed in year 2006. It is a supersonic missile, which means it has speed more than 1.6 Machs, and that can be launched from submarines, ships, aircrafts or land. So it can be launched from anywhere, which gives it an edge than other missiles of the world. It is the world's fastest cruise missile with the range of 290 kilometers, and this test fired in 2014 for induction in Indian Navy also. So in 2006 it was made, but it was again test fired with some advancement, and it was inducted in Indian Navy in 2014. It is the world's fastest cruise missile. So I have explained you the ballistic missile and cruise missile in a previous video. So if you don't know what is cruise and ballistic missile, go and watch the video, because this video will become more long if I will explain now. On March 2019, Sukhoi 30 Mark 1 fighter jet successfully test fired this 2.5 ton missile, and India became the only country in the world to have fired an air-launched surface attack missile. So India became the only country in the world in 2019 after firing this missile from the Sukhoi aircraft, that to have fired an air-launched surface attack missile. Okay, from air to surface. So BrahMos provides Indian Air Force a much desired capability to strike from large standoff ranges on an target at sea or on land with pinpoint accuracy, or day or night in all weathers. So generally BrahMos has 290 kilometers of range, so you can say that it can hit long targets, long range targets in day and night, in land or water, in all weathers. So this is the BrahMos missile developed by India and Russia, world's fastest cruise missile. So this is the image of BrahMos missile. So gentlemen, this is all about our today's video. It was part 1 of the missile system of India. We have many more missiles to study about, which I will be covering in our next video. Until then, thank you so much for watching. Do correct me if I have said something wrong in the video, and do comment your suggestions in the comment box. Thank you so much.